I want to get to a top 40 extra before I get to song number 33 on my fantasy playlist of June 13th, 1986. And several top 40 extras. Well, some of them will eventually get onto the top 40 of my fantasy playlist. Hyperactive by Robert Palmer. You Should Be Mine by Jeffrey Osborne. Baby Love by Regina, All the Love in the World by Outfield. Talk about an avalanche of the large of memories just coming down on that record. But the record I'm going to talk to you about, a very obscure record here in America, it's either, I can't pronounce it as Mia Ta, or I'll just pronounce it as Mita. Female Intuition. Mita, they were a group of three girls. They were Dutch singers, backup singers. They were assembled by a couple of Dutch producers. Assembled in 1983. They put out their first single. It was a dance record in 1983. It was played in the nightclubs in Denmark and the Netherlands, but was not released for radio airplay. And they released their debut album, Mia Ta did, in 1984. And What Goes On came off the album. Their first album, I believe, which went top 40 on the Dutch charts. Then they came out with a couple of other records that did not crack the top 20 in Denmark and the Netherlands, but they came out with History, a song called History, which promptly went up to number 8 in England, starting to get some international recognition. It charted in other countries too, in New Zealand and Australia as well. That was probably their big breakthrough hit. Went to number 3 or 4 on the dance charts here in the United States. This was in 1985. Mia Ta released a record called Body and Soul, a song that they came out with in 1983, 84, somewhere in there. Re-release in England, went to number 9 in England. Set the stage for one of their biggest European hits, which would be Female Intuition. Finally cracked the top 10 in Denmark with that record. Boy, that was several years coming right there. Mia Ta, they came out with another album. Their third album came out in 1987, and I believe they did a compilation album in 1988, and then they broke up. Female Intuition did not do that well here in the States. Only got as high as number 71 or 72. Actually, I saw the video on Night Tracks. I remember watching the video on Night Tracks on WTBS, running those videos Friday and Saturday nights between 10 until 5 in the morning. I loved their format back in 85 and 86. I remember it vividly. They play a set of, between commercial spots, they'd play a set of about 3 or 4 videos. First video would be like a top 10, and then the second video would be a breaking artist or brand new song like Female Intuition, and then they'll go into an oldie or another top 10 video. It was great playing the commercial stuff and also breaking in these new groups back in 83, 84, 85, and 86 and part of 87. But Mia Ta, Female Intuition, off my fantasy playlist of June 13th, 1986. How about that? 30 years ago.